Now, this is the mistake most students does whenever such problem is given to them. We have pi in the question in both sine and cosine. Most students will use pi equal to 22/7. This is just a numerical constant. But when we are considering what is given to us in this case, we are referring to a measurement of an angle. Now, angle can be measured in two different ways. The first is in degree, while the second is in radian or radians or rads and degrees. Now let's consider a circle for instance. If we have the circle with center, it is apparent that one complete circle or one revolution will give you 300 and what? How many degrees? 360 degrees, you are right. 360 degrees. Now, if we are measuring these angles in degrees, it is 360 degrees as one complete revolution or circle. But if we are measuring this angle or this circle with radians or in rads, it will give us 2 pi. That means in every circle, it could either be measured in degrees or in rads. But since 360 degrees is equivalent to 2 pi, we can say that 360 is equal to 2 pi. Then from this juncture, we can make pi the subject of the formula. If you divide here and here by 2, pi will give you 360 divided by 2. That means pi is equal to 180 degrees. So in this question, we are going to use pi is equal to 180 degrees instead. Take note of this. Haven't known that, we can go straight to the question. Now, solution. From the first bracket, we have sine pi over 6. This is raised to the power of 2x plus second bracket cos pi over 3. This is raised to the power of 2x, which equals 1 over 2. Because pi is given as 180 degrees and not 22/7, we can substitute by removing the pi and replace it with 180 degrees. Removing the pi and put 180 degrees. That gives sine. 180 divided by 6 gives 30. Raised to the power of 2x plus cos 180 divided by 3 is 60. Cos 60 raised to the power of 2x. And this is equal to 1 over 2. That is the very first approach. Next, we have sine 30 degrees is equal to 1 over 2. And cos 60 degrees is also equal to 1 over 2 because they are complementary angles. The relationship between sine and cos is that they are complementary. So sine 30 gives 1 over 2. In place of sine 30, I'll put 1 over 2 raised to the power of 2x plus cos 60 degrees gives 1 over 2 raised to the power of 2x, which equals 1 over 2. Again, let us consider a scenario where we have 3 plus 3. 3 plus 3 is going to give you 6. Yes, 3 plus 3 is 6. Or we can say that since the number here is 3, we can write 3. Because the 3 appears twice, 1, 2, you can say times 3. This 2 rather, 2 times, so this also gives 6. Another one, if we have 5 plus 5, this will give 10. In the second method, because the number that is appearing here is 5, we write 5 times, how many 5s do we have in this series? 1, 2, so that is 5 times 2, which also gives 10. So in either method, we obtain the same result. Let's carry this knowledge and place it here. 1 over 2 raised to the power of 2x plus 1 over 2 raised to the power of 2x is going to give us, since the number here is 1 over 2 raised to the power of 2x, how many times do we have it in this series? 2 times. So it will be times 2, which equal to 1 over 2. From this point, we can now divide the two sides of the equations by 2. But before doing that, let us convert this person into their index form. Negative power law of indices states that if we have 1 over a, the result is a raised to the power of minus 1. If we have 1 over a squared, the result becomes a raised to the power of minus 2. If we compare 1 over a with 1 over 2, we observe that a and 2 are the same. And since we can easily transform 1 over a into a raised to the power of minus 1, that means 1 over 2 will equals what? Yes? Yes, over to you viewers. Equals what? 1 over 2 equals what? Yes, equal to 2 raised to the power of minus 1. You are right. So these two, they are the same. 1 over 2 raised to the power of 2x times 2 is equal to 2 raised to the power of minus 1. Now we have to divide the two sides of the equation by 2 so that all the numbers without a letter can remain in one side of the equation. So if I divide this and this by 2, 2 cancels 2. We are left with, in parentheses, 1 over 2 raised to the power of 2x, which is equivalent to 2 raised to the power of minus 1 divided by 2. But note that 2 is the same as 2 raised to the power of 1. Just note that 2 and 2 raised to the power of 1 are the same result. After cancelling out, we are left with, in bracket, 1 over 2 is raised to the power of 2x equal to, now from this point, let us apply division law of indices to this. Division law of indices states that if we have, for instance, a raised to the power of n divided by a raised to the power of n, the result will give, because we have the same base, the result we will pick one of the base, then raised to the power of this one minus this one, n. If I do the same here, that will give me 2, because 2 and 2 are the same, equal bases. Basically, we are going to obtain 2 raised to the power of minus 1. Then take note of this. When this person is going up, it becomes minus from the log. So minus 1. And minus 1 gives minus 2. So we have 1 over 2 raised power of 2x is equal to 2 raised power of minus 2. At the left hand side, we are having 1 over 2. Because 1 over 2 is standing as a base, let's apply the negative power law of indices. And the negative power law is that if I have 1 over a, it is the same as a raised power of minus 1. So that is the meaning of this. So that means it will be 2 raised power of minus 1 raised power of 2x is equal to 2 raised power of minus 2. In the power laws, if you have a power, bracket open, another power, the law states that we should multiply the powers together. So that will yield 2 raised power of minus 1 times this gives minus 2x, which equal to 2 raised power of minus 2. Because we are having equal bases, they will go to work. This goes to work. The mother and the mother, they are going to be left with the children. So in the children, we have minus 2x is equal to minus 2. Minus here, they will cancel out. So we are left with 2x is equal to 2. To make x to stand alone on its own, or the subject, I will divide here by 2. This cancels this, and x is equal to 2 divided by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1, which is the value for x.